Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. Today's gonna be a little different. A long time ago, my dad got this figure. It's super old, but in still great condition. The whole gimmick is you can like switch the head out to show the Ranger underneath the helmet. And it's pretty cool, you know? But it hasn't been made in a long time. Recently, I just found out Walmart is redoing it with these. So we're going to review and compare the two. The original, just by looking at the box, you'll notice it has the figure itself, a blaster, a sword, and a tattoo, which we won't be reviewing today. In the back of the original box, it shows the 6 Rangers you can get, including the red, and 12 different aliens that you can also collect. It also shows that if you get all the weapons, you can create the power blaster. And the newer one, it just shows the gimmick, the 6 Rangers, and 3 different moves you can collect, being Raider Repulsa, Goldar, and Putty Patroller. Looking at the accessories first, you'll notice that the newer ones have a better paint job. The swords look pretty good, with the new one having better detail and being a slightly bigger size. And the blasters being about the same thing, except the original one is slightly bigger. And if you haven't noticed already, the original ones have little holes inside of the weapons, which you'll see why in a second. Looking at the newer weapons, I will say the paint job is pretty good considering it's a kid's toy. And plus, with the added knife version of the blaster, it looks really good. Looking at the two figures side by side, you'll notice that the original is much shinier, but the newer one is taller and wider. Looking at the back of the figures, you'll notice that the original has a lot more screws visible and less detail. Looking at the figures on the side, you will notice that they both have protruding parts, like there on the back, and here on his belt. This is where the main gimmick of the figure comes in. The whole point of the protruding belt on the original is so you can switch his mask. So after you've already switched the helmet on, you won't be able to do it again, at least not with the button. What you have to do is you'll press the button down and switch the head manually. In your figure, instead of the gimmick being on the belt, it's instead on the back with this peg. Pressing the peg, it's just the helmet. Unlike the original, you can keep using the gimmick no matter what. I will say, the newer one is quite a bit stiffer in my opinion, compared to the old one, which is quite a bit quicker. Now, both figures have a pocket. A big thing that didn't make any sense to me was how the newer one has more articulation in the legs, and less articulation in the arms. But the original has the exact opposite. With the original, there are 13 points of articulation. 2 on each leg, 4 on each arm, and 1 for Jason's head. Now, I only say Jason's head because once you switch to the Red Ranger, his head no longer moves. And before I forget, if you look at the hands, you'll notice pegs coming out, which is why his weapons have those, giving the figure a better grip as he holds his weapons. On the new figure, there are 14 points of articulation, 3 on each leg, 3 on each arm, and 1 for both Jason and the Red Ranger's head. Now, as for the likeness of the two figures, I will say, the newer one does closely resemble the actor better, and the suit looks more realistic, but something about the old one just has a better charm. A shinier look, coin on the chest, and overall, better skin tone, making the original figure my personal favorite when it comes down to these two. As for the figures with their masks on, it easily goes to the newer one, looking a lot closer to the show than the original, which just doesn't look as good, but still, in my opinion, I think the original is a bit better just for nostalgia, and the chrome looks a lot better in my opinion. Now that'll be it for today's video, but do let me know if you'd like to see the Green Ranger review up next.